Thanks for joining Tech. What I wanted to talk about today and what I wanted to have you talk about is Spotlight. Um, Basically, what Spotlight is a tool that takes data from three different areas. Those three areas being anything ad related, so account-based impression data, click data, engagement, leads, all of that, alongside with website data, de-anonymization and page visits and so forth, and then CRM data. So you can see opportunities created, account results and reasoning and so forth. And uses all three of those things to kind of paint a picture of what each account is, going through in its journey, from unknown to hopefully closed one. And Tag, you've done a great job setting up your account and, have shown us a few things. So I'd love to hear about the way you've set it up and
Okay. So, like I mentioned before, Henry, I have come to know Spotlight or refer to Spotlight as my marketing Play-Doh. Um, the three things that you mentioned, so the CRM, the ad data, the web activity data. Yeah, so those three things, I basically use them two ways. Um, they work great for audience creation and then for the ability to report on those audiences. So the audiences are dynamic, which means I can basically plug and play them into my campaigns. And then they're also dynamic. So as the criteria is, or as accounts meet or exclude themselves from the criteria, I don't have to do the manual work to keep up with that. Um, on the left here, you can see all of the different ways. These are all the different lists that I've saved. I'll just real quickly describe kind of what my logic is here. These slashes, these are individual pages. So these are, I'll call them high value or high priority pages. So these are just basically visitors to that page for me to understand the traffic that comes through there and the value of that traffic. As we get our way down here, this all bound report starter, and I'll click into the criteria here. Um, that one. There we go. So basically what this one is, this has been probably the biggest hit for me so far. So what I'm looking for here, basically outreach. So emails from our sales team, less than one, calls less than one, total page views by the account are greater than 5, it's not listed as an opportunity, and one of those 5 page views happens to be high intent. So what we're looking at there is these are accounts that are showing high intent and that have not received any outreach. And so what I'm able to do with this is I basically turn this into an audience. I plug it into a campaign that I'm running over inside of the Demand Hub, and then now all of these accounts, right, of these 3,000 or so accounts, I'm able to hit with advertising. And then as soon as they start getting outreached, they drop off, right? And then they go into their nurture. And so from a solutions standpoint, the dynamic audiences and the plug and play into existing campaigns is huge. I think another way to look at it here, we'll look at here, you see these ENT, and so it's an acronym for enterprise. And so these are all of our enterprise salesmen. And so what I'm able to do is on each Monday, I come in and I look at all of our salespeople, and it's the same thing. I'm looking at individual sales, individual sellers, and I'm looking for their gaps so that I can educate them essentially. So it creates a communication loop with me and the sales team as well when I have access to this sort of a data. And then I think, that's been huge. That's the meat on the bone of Spotlight for me, and what has been most impactful in terms of effectiveness inside of my campaigns has been what goes on inside of Spotlight and the audience creation. But now looking inside of the reports tab, show our settings here. So our money, as I have come to find out, 270 days. So we're targeting mostly enterprise buyers. So our deal cycles are longer. So 9 months, 1,500 impressions. And what this reporting feature allows me to look at, the money spot here for us is, what I can tell is that LinkedIn influence campaigns have a significantly higher average deal amount. They end up yielding almost twice as much in average contract value. Our win rate's just a little bit lower because we're targeting higher buyers than the rest of our company, but our deal cycle is actually faster. And so not only from an audience and an account level reporting standpoint, or excuse me, an audience creation and campaign management solution that comes from the Journey tab, you can see inside of reports as well. This allows me to come and socialize to my stakeholders and use data to show the impact of the performance that I'm getting with the audiences that I'm creating inside of Spotlight.
Yeah, that's awesome. And just the fact that you're able to see like an immediate feedback of what those audiences are doing, and how you're able to impact it is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the example that we talked about earlier, being able to see an audience in the Journey tab and
Yeah.
then see it grow, right? See it evolve, see what accounts are engaging with it, and then being able to come here and then going into that exact campaign that it's using and seeing how much pipeline has been created, how many ops have been created. Really a full scale end-to-end type of solution for us that I think when you're talking about growth, when you're talking about paid media, when you're talking about investment in media to grow these sorts, I mean, it's tough enough just to manage the campaigns, get everything in line, set your audiences up, and make sure that your media is in the right spot. This has really lightened the load of reporting on those activities. And ultimately, I mean, it's really the stakeholder buy-in that has been yielded from this and just this sort of view. It's definitely something that's new here at Docebo. It's been new in all of my experience in B2B. It's been a great solution and ultimately really a light, easy load. The dynamic audiences and being able to play around and create all of those. As you and I spoke earlier today, that was a messy dashboard. I cleaned it up. Like it's Play-Doh, man. Like you can
Yeah,
you can build it how you want and
exactly.
organize it how you want. And so it's been
Right.
a
And
really slick tool.
right. And you do it, once, check the setup, run it, see how it performs, and you're really in there testing out messaging, testing out different, how to be different, how to isolate, make yourself stand out more in the market rather than worrying about testing all of these audiences manually. You get more time to do the fun marketing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think I need to show it, but what this solution has provided me the time to do was like what I shared on our call earlier today, is that now I'm able to gather our data and what I'm looking forward to my FY25 planning. I see exactly what my high value assets are. So I know what types of videos are working. I know what types of different or ad formats, how they're yielding high intent page views and how much pipeline that they're creating. So now I'm not just saving time in my campaign management. I'm not just saving time in what's being reported. It really is going full circle and accelerating my ability to be forward thinking and my ability to use data to make strategic decisions that affect us on a big scale, as opposed to just trying to keep up with the campaigns and the strategies that are in front of me.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's you've done some great stuff with this and really using the tool to the best of its abilities. So it's been awesome to watch, and I appreciate you taking the time and walking us through it. All right.
Fun to talk about.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, man.
Have a good
Have a
one.
good rest of your day. Yep. See you.